Hey there guys, so recently I went to Applab to kind of go through and find some games just to have a little play around with, and then I suddenly realised that it was like an endless scroll of games. Just goes on and on and on. So I thought to myself, well, it might be an opportunity to make a little video about 7 of my favourite free games. That's quite important. There's now a lot of paid games in this platform. Now I don't mind paying for a game, but a demo would be nice first. So in this list I have included some demos as well. So if that's of interest to you, please do stick around. So some of you would have heard of Pavlov. So on the Quest we've got Pavlov Shack VR. So it's actually a kind of a scaled down version of the original PC VR Pavlov, and it's designed just to run on the Quest's mobile hardware. So Shack is available through SideQuest and it is at the moment free. So it's actually a very good game, as you can see here. Yeah, just walking over here. Here's my team members.
And they don't know how to get money. Don't get money. We're here.
Yeah, you probably should try and refrain from shooting your teammates. Yep, I think I've just upset those guys. Oh dear. So in here, it reminds you a little bit of like, I don't know if you've ever played Battlefield on the PC, but you got your own vehicles, you can drive around, you can get on them. As you can see here, I actually didn't know how to get onto this thing. You just use your grip button and then get on there. This guy was telling me how to get on there. Quite a good little landscape. When you're obviously in VR, it feels quite cool. Although there are randomly cars just dumped on a hillside somewhere. Well, I guess it is a war zone. But in this one here I'm playing, I'm actually fighting against the zombies. The zombie element to the online is actually quite a good bit of fun. Although it is a little bit terrifying at times when these things just, launch themselves at you. Here we go. You've got in here crates. Go pick up your little bits in here in the crates. Grab them. Load your guns up. Find new guns. All that good stuff. The Pavlov environment is obviously really, really good. I have spoke about this in previous videos before, but yeah, FPS is still kind of growing within these platforms, and obviously graphically you're not going to get any of this Call of Duty, Battlefield type stuff. Yes, good one. But either way, it is actually a fun game, and because of the immersion, it kind of, the graphics don't really matter as much. Overall though, Pavlov Shack, really recommend this game. Lots of fun with your friends. Now, here we've got actually quite an interesting one. It's called Help Yourself. Now this is actually a puzzle shooter where you've got to work together with yourself. That's right, with yourself. So if you don't like multiplayer games, just do this one. Now you have to basically be your own teammate. Now every action you perform is in a time loop, and it's got to be precisely replicated by a clone of you in the next loop. Does that make any sense? Anyway, you have to really plan ahead and cooperate with your clones across various different timelines. I know what you're thinking. This is actually quite a complicated game, but it is a puzzle game and it is actually a lot of fun. So if you can get past that, I don't know, the first 5-10 minutes of trying to work it out in your head, you're going to have a great time in this game. For me, I think this is perfect for VR beginners and experienced. You will eventually pick it up and it can be really, really challenging to master, but you're not going to have any issues with sickness and work sort of stuff. It's a very comfortable game. It's still in development though, and there's going to be a lot of new content coming out as we go. My next one is Crazy Kung Fu. Now this is actually only a demo. The full game is $7.99, but I really do recommend giving the demo a go. If you love it, go and buy the game. In here though, you're going to train to become a great Kung Fu master, the best the world has ever seen. And you're going to begin as a tourist to all the martial arts stuff. So don't worry here, no experience, and you don't even need fast reflexes. You're going to progressively move through onto harder tiers of training, and it's going to get much more difficult, a lot more complex as you go. Now as I started to go through the different tiers here, and you start to get multi-layered type things throwing themselves at you. If it was in real life, I probably would have been cut in half by this point. Throughout your journey though, you're going to learn how to master all of these things. You're going to build some muscle memory at first, and then you're going to have to start relying on things like your instinct and get, very much a quick thinker. All your moves though are going to be tracked, and you've got all your statistics and all your accuracy and strengths, all of it's kind of contained within the game, and you're going to be able to focus on the things that you're not very good at. Overall though, really good fun. I haven't actually played the full game yet, so you know, poor me, but there you go. I do recommend giving the demo a go yourself. And then we've got Warriors of Titus. Now this is a strategy focused first person MOBA. What does a MOBA mean? It means multiplayer, online, battle arena. And it's all going to be in VR. So finally you can be immersed inside a MOBA as you reclaim Titus. Each match is played between 2 teams of 3 players, which each team are defending their own separate base on the map. Either team wins by, you know, being the first to destroy the opposing team's base. Each player is going to control a powerful warrior. The game features a growing roster of warriors actually. In fact, when I gone in there, I think it's probably changed quite a bit just in the last month or so. Players gain experience from destroying enemy warriors, the defense towers and enemy minions that roam the lanes. Now this experience can be used to level up your powerful abilities in the order you choose, and as the flow of each match will help you adapt your warrior to each level to help them stay ahead of the fight. Now there are some cool game features in here. You've got 14 champions, online leaderboards for cross-play between all the PC, VR, Steam. One of the really good benefits of this one is it's cross-platform multiplayer, meaning that you can use this between VR, non-PC VR and even the Mac. So overall from me, big recommendation, give this one a go. At the end of the day, it's free, and I think this is going to be a growing one that's probably going to at some point cost you quite a bit of money. And up next is Arcaxer. Now this is actually a demo, but again it is free and you get to have a fairly good go at the game. The full game is going to be $17.99 though, but I honestly recommend give this demo a go. Now Arcaxer is a turn-based VR RPG with first-person combat. It's also got a third-person type god view, so you're overlooking the world, and it's really, really effective. If you've ever played anything like Moss, it's kind of similar to that, and I don't know, I got a warm fuzzy feeling from it. Overall it's a sci-fi type simulation and it's got lovely looking AI characters. Now in the overworld you're going to explore procedural type dungeons, and then you're going to be having things like new abilities within your character and you find things along the way. You can access the hub world to interact with NPCs and buy things like new items with the credits that you're going to earn within the dungeon. Even though combat is turn-based, you've also got to go into like first-person mode and dodge enemy attacks with your body, and then aim and time your attacks with things like gestures. So you can really, really kind of, I don't know, get quite stuck into this game. Now you've got 3 different player classes. You've got Fighter, Thief or Mage. Is it Mage? Something like that. To drastically change which abilities you can learn. You've got things like, I think Fighter's obviously physical attacks, Mage is you know, hacks and special abilities, and the Thief is wildcard type abilities that you can change over time. Overall though, I really like this game, and I really like what they've done with it. It's got a feel-good factor to it, and you kind of, I don't know, I got quite absorbed in this game. So for me, highly recommended, give it a go, and at the end of the day, it's just a demo, it's free. Give it a go, honestly, you'll love it. Now this next one's a right little treat. It's a bit weird, but it's called Gorilla Tag. Now you run, climb and you jump in VR using like this, you know, the unique locomotion method that basically only needs you to move your hands and your arms. So imagine being a gorilla and how you'd be kind of walking on your back feet and then moving yourself with your arms. You basically can be doing that with your arms. So when I first started doing this, oh man, it's exhausting. So all you're going to be doing is no buttons, nothing, just moving your arms and pushing yourself on the ground to basically move your body forward. As you can see here, kind of moving myself through these tunnels. The game mode is pretty simple. It's just basically playing tag for up to 3 players, or infection mode with 4 or more. You're going to be running from infected gorillas or outmaneuver the survivors to catch them. You're going to be parkouring up trees and cliff faces to evade and chase people down. You can hang out in a virtual, like a lo-fi jungle with like random people, or group up in a private room where you want to. Overall, really good fun. Again, this is cross-play from PC, VR and Quest, so that's a big benefit to this game. It seems to be really, really popular at the moment. There's a lot of people playing it, so I guess that's a good sign. I haven't played it that much, but I certainly, at the time I did play it, I was exhausted. The movements are quite easy to learn and you'll get used to it quite quickly, but trust me, the first 5 to 10 minutes, you're probably going to struggle a little bit because it takes a little bit of working out. But once you've mastered it, yeah, you're going to love this game. It's a fantastic bit of fun, and if you do it with your friends, even more fun. And last we've got Gun Raiders. Now this is a free-to-play VR shooter for all ages, and you can easily jump in and just get going with it. Now I absolutely love this game. Now it's a multiplayer game that you can do with your friends, you can communicate via voice chat, and you can battle all your opponents in like multiple different game modes using like all sorts of weapons. The weapons work really well, the shooting works really well, and do you know what, I think probably, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, I'd say this is probably now my favourite FPS shooter. Whether it's casual or competitive, you know, climbing the leaderboards, unlocking shiny like loot. Honestly, there's lots to do in this game and it's really good fun. The community in here actually are right riot. You can control teams face off to capture and control the points in the fast-paced like dogfight gameplay, or you can work strategically with your team through things like voice communication and hold the point until victory.
I died too.
You've got a team deathmatch mode, so you know, less thinking, just more action, just get stuck in and start shooting the hell out of people. We love those sort of games. Now it sounds simple, but staying alive and it is actually quite hard. I think I got shot about 17 times in the first 2 seconds, but there you go. Maybe that's a record. You can see here though, just by the gameplay, it really is, you know, I think it's quite a nice looking game and it just works really well. For me, my favourite bits is, you know, the guns just work really well. I'm roaming around here, shooting people. Yeah, I think it's probably the best I've felt in an online shooter for a while. Well, that's it from me, guys. 7 free games on Applab. Make sure to check out our other video for more selection of free games. Also, please do remember to like this video and smashing that subscribe button would be massively appreciated. Until the next time, see you in the next one.